Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the premiere episode of the new show, The Valley. Let's get right into it.
Hurts more coming from you.
My feelings are hurt because you say we're like brother and sister, we're like family.
First of all, if I didn't care about you, I'd be like, go ahead, have fun, have kids.
Okay, you guys, so it is episode 1 of the first season of the Vanderpump Rules spinoff, The Valley. We begin this episode with Kristen Doute narrating that she is living on the valley now. She says that she is 40, she's too old for the city, and she is living with her man named Luke. We see Jax and Brittany. They introduce us to their friend, one of the couples, which is Jesse and Michelle. Apparently they're really bougie. Danny and Nia are another couple. Kristen introduces them. We also have Janet and Jason, and then a girl named Jasmine and a guy named Zach. And they are showing scenes of, kind of what's going to happen this season. But then the first scene, like the first actual scene of the episode is Jax and Brittany. He's talking about the podcast that they have and the cameos that he has to record. Brittany recently got surgery. Plastic surgery. They have a friend who hooks them up, and I didn't know this, but Jax himself has had multiple nose jobs. Then we see Kristen and Luke. She is in a new place. They are unpacking, so apparently she broke up with her boyfriend Alex. So after that, she was in a wedding where Luke was a groomsman. They met that night, hooked up, and now they're dating. Also, she had a house back then, but then her ex-boyfriend at the time convinced her to sell it so she could move in with him, but obviously when they broke up, he kicked her out. We see Danny and Nia. They seemed like a wonderful couple. She was a Miss USA not too long ago. Danny was an actor. He's been on iCarly, Hannah Montana. That's interesting, and they just had a baby, so now they have 2 babies and a toddler. So a total of 3 kids, but it looks like Danny definitely helps her with the babies and taking care of them, and just by the glimpse of what we saw this episode, I like them as a couple. We then see Jason and Janet. So she is pregnant. She says that she wants him to feel what she feels, so she saran wraps watermelon and cantaloupes onto him. Janet seemed a little annoying, so we'll see what that's about. Next is Jesse and Michelle. Jesse seemed very cocky from the moment he came onto the screen. Maybe that's why he's really good friends with Jax. They have a nice little neat house, and they have a 3-year-old daughter. And he kept wanting to drink champagne at like 10 a.m. Okay, so then Kristen meets up with Zach and Jasmine. So I think these two are going to be like the friends of the show. Jasmine used to work at SUR, and Zach is really good friends with Brittany, but now he's become really close with Kristen. So Kristen tells them that she is trying to get pregnant. Luke lives in Colorado full time. He has a big ranch over there. He only comes out here every once in a while, but he decided to spend the whole summer here to try and have this baby. Then Brittany goes over to Nia's house, and then Michelle comes over as well. They're talking about Nia and having the 2 babies and a toddler. It's a lot to handle. I mean, can you imagine 3 kids? 2 of them are babies and 1 is a toddler. That's crazy. But she says again that Danny is very good. He will literally get up in the middle of the night to change diapers and stuff. Michelle says that Jesse would never do that. Brittany tells him that sometimes she feels also like she's in the middle of Jax and Kristen. So apparently Jax was not getting along with Kristen whatsoever. So he also, like, for example, back when they were at Sheena's wedding, Jax was like pretending that Luke didn't exist. So that's suspicious. Then the next scene is the guys hanging out. So Jax, Jesse, Danny, Jason, and Luke. They're indoor golfing. Poor Luke. This man is trying so hard to fit in. They are all kind of like not paying attention to him at first. He turns to Jax and asks him, "Am I still blocked?" Jax is like, "I don't know. Check." Luke says, "Well, I think you blocked me because you got mad at Kristen." And Jax says, "Let me tell you something about me and Kristen. She's going to piss me off like at least once a month." They ask Luke about him staying here. He says that he's staying with Kristen because right now he's like 99% of the time living in Colorado. And Jax is like making some shady comments. My question is, why doesn't Jax like Luke? He looks like a very nice guy. Anyway, Luke talks about him and Kristen wanting to have a child, and then Jax starts to bring up children out of wedlock, and that's not good because of insurance and healthcare and just some crazy stuff. The next scene, Jax and Brittany go over to Jason and Janet's house. Actually, they walked over because they live pretty close. Jason is a lawyer, and it's kind of funny because Jax says that, oh, he admires him so much because of all the intellectual lawyer stuff that he does. But Janet's like, that stuff that Jax is referring to is like normal adult stuff, you know? So it's gonna be Janet's birthday soon, and Brittany says, why don't we have a party at my house? We can throw a pool party. And they're like, okay, that's cool. They're talking about Janet being pregnant and about Kristen wanting to have a baby. It seems like Jax really doesn't think that this is a good idea. Then it is time for that pool party. So Brittany did a great job decorating this. She made it state fair themed. And she had the food, like the traditional carnival food, and I liked it. They must have spent a lot of money on that. Also, there is something about Brittany, and I think that's her accent. I love that country southern accent that she got. I really do. Also, they had a tattoo artist in the house. That was weird. So there were many conversations going on as this party was beginning. So one of them was Michelle asking Kristen if she truly wants to have this baby with Luke. Kristen says she definitely does. Outside, Jax is talking to Jesse, who is telling him that him and Michelle have been going through some problems in their marriage lately, and she even brought up the word separating. Then we get to see some familiar faces, Sheena, Brock, and Lala. So Lala and Jax are also talking about Kristen and if she's ready or not for this kid. It also has a lot to do with the fact that she changes boyfriends like a lot. Like, it's crazy. Her boyfriends change like the weather. Anyway, back inside, Brittany got a tattoo. There was actually a line of people wanting to get a tattoo. That's crazy. But let's talk about Jesse, because this man is a problem. I told y'all he looked very cocky from the moment he got on the screen, but he's also out of line. So he was online, right, waiting for him to get this little tattoo. Him and Kristen start teasing each other over who's next in line. Kristen pinches him. He then pinches her back in her boob. That's crazy. Then, as he's looking at the tattoos that he wants to get, he turns and says, actually, I'm gonna let my mistress pick mine out. Talking about Lala. And he's like, actually, no, not mistress, my side piece. What the hell? And he doesn't even take care of his daughter. Then the group gathers around, and they, mainly Jax, asks Kristen if she's truly ready to have a baby. And Kristen is like, well, were you ready? No, but you still did it. Kristen says something is different now because of who she's with. For example, last time she was with Alex, she didn't want to have a baby with him. That's where Jax says, wait a minute. When you were dating Alex, you sat there in my couch and told me that you wanted him to ejaculate inside of you. He didn't say ejaculate, he said a little. It just... vulgar, very vulgar. Kristen starts to cry, says that she doesn't feel like Jax is treating her like the sister that he claims she is, and she's all over the place. Then outside after that, some people were taking pictures. Jax goes and pulls Danny's pants or his shorts down. He was wearing nothing underneath that. Oh my gosh, Jax, you were almost 50 years old. Grow the hell up. Then Danny's wife, Nia, goes inside to cry about what just happened. Oh my, y'all, this show is a mess. And I'm loving it. What? Wow. So yeah, that was the end of the episode. These people, aka Jax, they're so childish, and I think they did a really good job for it being episode 1. I think it really did a great job introducing us to everyone, giving us a little introduction and feel as to who they are. As I said, we'll see how they will progress, but even after just one episode, you can already tell who you're gonna kind of like and who you're not gonna like. But by the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be very dramatic, so I can't wait for that. But y'all, did you guys watch The Valley? What were your thoughts about seeing Jax and Brittany, Kristen, Doute, her new boyfriend, and meeting these couples? Who did you like? What did y'all think? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.